Hi there, Serial Trader here. I just want to bring a potential investment or trade idea to your attention. And we're looking at a weekly price chart of Wynn Resorts. And just from this significant low over here at 49.95, that's where I'm starting this particular wave count. So we have a clear 5 up for 1. We have our ABC expanded flat, wave 2. Okay. And then we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up for wave 3. Okay, and even within these minor waves, you can see the 5-wave subdivisions and 3-wave subdivisions for the pullbacks of those. Although to label them all here would clutter this price chart up, but you can do that yourself, or just visually you can see it. And okay, we have this wave 3 top at 203.63. Then you have this big decline in wave A, big recovery, but basically a double top. In fact, it failed to make a new high ever so slightly by roughly $1 in wave B. So A, B, and then we've had this second decline here in what I'm labeling as wave C. So this looks like a flat pattern, okay? And that's indicative of this kind of double top, double bottom kind of scenario. And here's just the parallel trend channel I've drawn. And yes, we briefly dip below it, but you can see, now this is as of Thursday's close, but we're closing basically right on the bottom of this trend channel, despite briefly poking out of it. And also I've drawn this equality relationship between A and C from B, and that comes in at 155.39. We're also just basically sitting right on that equality relationship. So I'm really liking the idea, as long as this kind of holds where it is and starts reversing, that we have a wave 4 in place and that we're looking for a nice wave 5 up to new highs. And that represents pretty good upside from the 150s to above 200, likely well above 200, but as a minimum target just to take out that wave 3 high at 203.63. And another thing to bolster the confidence of what we're seeing here. So off of the bottom of wave 3, okay, so this is wave 3 in its entirety. So I'll start my fib pull from there, go up to the top, and here I'll show you what I'm looking for here. I'll leave that 50% up there for now, but this is what I'm showing. So the 382 multiple, we're right in that confluence zone, okay, of the 382 multiple and the equality relationship between A and C. Now the 382 multiple is the most common retracement level for a fourth wave, and the next most common would be the 50%. That's why I've left it up here. Although I really like to see this just kind of hold around where it is and start coming up. That'd be a ideal setup. So really on this weekly chart, we just have this textbook quality: 1 up, 2 down, 3 up. So far a 4 down. As long as we bottom here soon if we haven't already and start reversing. So really a nice wave 4 setup to trade the wave 5, or to position for the wave 5. And I mean, you can definitely trade this, but this is also kind of an investment idea since it's a longer time frame. This should last multiple weeks or even months in this 5th wave advance. So it's something you can buy and hold here. And as far as where to define your risk against, well, we may not have a bottom yet, but that's where let me just switch to the candlestick chart. I want to zoom into the daily for a moment. And right now, not quite a bullish engulfing, as we didn't open quite low enough to do that with the previous day's candle. Although signs of some rejection, a lower shadow on this candle here, okay? So signs of a rejection of these lower prices. But I'd say, at least start getting above the T line, maybe close this gap. Although that's, giving up a good $10 from where we are now just to close the gap. And then maybe wait for a, short-term pullback, fails to make a new low, maybe a small 1 up, 2 down sort of thing, and then enter that, and then put your stop at the low and define your risk, and try and ride the wave 5 up, that larger wave 5 up. So maybe nothing actionable yet, although if you're very aggressive, and sometimes I am, you could certainly at least start building a position here, maybe not a full position, but start averaging in. And just to go back to that weekly chart, bar chart here. Yeah, okay, so we'll get back here. And I'll also mention that, you know, if we draw our base channel, and that's taking the bottom of wave 1 connected to the bottom of wave 2, right? Which is 82.51. Yeah. And then off of the top of wave 1 in parallel, projected upwards, we're just almost nicking the bottom on this little spike down out of our corrective channel to touch the bottom of this base channel, which often acts as support for a fourth wave when you have the base channel from your waves 1 and 2. So that's notable as well. So I really like the structure on this. Visually, it doesn't get much better than this as far as an Elliott impulse sequence, particularly on a large time frame. And good Fibonacci levels, good overall structure and symmetry, and also time. So when you correct a trending move, like when you correct wave 1 or you correct wave 3 with waves 2 or 4, you're not just correcting price, but you're correcting time as well. And often there's some symmetry with the amount of time you correct. So to try and get an idea, so I'm just going to put a trend line, and let me just get rid of the right extension on this. So this is just a measurement of the time that wave 2 corrected off of wave 1, okay? And we'll take that to the top of wave 3. So right there. And this is just an idea if wave 4 should be a similar amount of time corrected as wave 2. And often I find wave 4s tend to be a little longer in time than wave 2. So this actually fits well. So we're already past the amount of time that was corrected in wave 2, but not too far past it. So still looking quite proportional, right? So looking really good. You have symmetry in price. You have symmetry in time. You have good fib retracement levels here. And channels offering support, all kinds of things. So put this one on your watch list at least, and I'm certainly looking at this very closely and likely going to start building a position around it. Anyways, we'll probably check back in with this one at some point. Hopefully that was a helpful video. Serial Trader signing off.